So we thank the Sisseton Wahpeton Oyate for their generosity and for that ceremony and beautiful song. And again, I just appreciate that all of you are here to help me welcome Secretary Vilsack to South Dakota, and for him to have a chance to talk with you firsthand about the initiatives that he has undertaken at the department. He's exerted extraordinary leadership on behalf of rural America and the new administration. We talked over lunch about how he has his hands full in that capacity, just as those of us that represent rural America have when we're a bit outnumbered in the House of Representatives. But he has done an amazing job over the last number of months in getting all across the country and hearing from different interests in agriculture and rural America about our priorities and how to enrich the quality of life and preserve our quality of life here in places like Brown County and throughout South Dakota and other rural regions of the country. Before we get started, and I turn it over to the Secretary for some opening remarks, there are some individuals that I would like to specifically recognize who have joined us today. South Dakota Secretary of Agriculture, Bill Even, is here. Thank you for joining us. Our new State FSA Director, Brown County native, Craig Shoneman, is here. Our dynamic new Rural Development Director, Elsie Meeks. And our long-serving Natural Resources Conservation Service State Conservationist, Janet Ortley. Thank you all. Appreciate you taking the time to be here with us. A lot of friends and neighbors here in the audience, and as I mentioned, a lot of folks from different parts of South Dakota have joined us. But thank you again for accepting the invitation, Mr. Secretary, to be here. Agriculture and farming is a part of who I am and what drives my work in Washington, D.C. on behalf of all of the individuals here and who they represent in terms of their fellow farmers and ranchers and rural citizens across the state. As we all know well, last year, before the new administration came on board, we were able to pass a farm bill. It was not an easy process, but we got it done, and now the implementation of that new farm bill falls to you and to the President. And the Agriculture Committee, on which I serve, has been very aggressive in working with you to ensure that we are moving forward with the rulemaking on the new programs in that bill and building on those that we reauthorized, including the new disaster programs and a variety of programs to help develop our domestic renewable energy supply in the energy title. The livestock disaster programs have been especially critical for producers suffering livestock losses during the storms of this winter and spring, and those affected by a grasshopper infestation that has just been devastating throughout the summer. Through my role on the House Agriculture Committee, I look forward to working with all of you, as we've always done, and with the Secretary to enhance the opportunities for those involved in agriculture here in South Dakota. For instance, we must find solutions to address the economic crisis that our milk and our pork producers face, and that many other livestock producers also find themselves facing. We have to continue to make the case to the nation that we should move to an E15 ethanol blend in our gasoline to reduce our dependence on foreign oil and provide a crucial bridge to the future to bring cellulosic ethanol online and make commercial scale production a reality. We must prevent EPA from using a flawed analysis of life cycle greenhouse gas emissions that would reverse all of the progress we've made on enhancing our domestic transportation fuel supply. This is part of the effort to continue to support biofuels to meet the cellulosic biofuel and other renewable mandates in the 2007 energy bill. We must ensure that our domestic animal herds are protected from devastating diseases like foot and mouth disease, and protecting native grasslands and wetlands to help maintain South Dakota's viable ranching operations and ensure that we have safe drinking water, as well as to provide for abundant fishing, hunting, and other recreational opportunities. We also authorized, through the work that I and Congressman Tim Walz of Minnesota undertook in the Farm Bill, a host of programs important to new farmers, our beginning farmers and ranchers out there, and we look forward to working with you, Mr. Secretary, to make the most of those opportunities. A lot of students here today. But again, I'm pleased that you're spending time with us here in the state. It's nice to have a governor from a neighboring state in your office, in your position, and we look forward to a productive dialogue with you here this afternoon on these and other issues. So now I'm very proud to recognize the Secretary of the United States Department of Agriculture, Tom Wilson.
Well, thank you.